What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. We're back in the usual setup. It's been a while. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. We're back in Dubai and we're back grinding, guys. 24/7, crypto, nonstop is here. So, yeah, we got some big things happening right now. We've had a bit of a dump in the market, but dominance is dumping, which is good, right? And a lot of people said if we have another dump on Bitcoin, altcoins will absolutely fall apart. It just hasn't been true. Okay, altcoins have not fell apart at all. In fact, today, Aerodrome is up 11%, Ethereum is up 5%, and Bitcoin completely flat, doing absolutely nothing. So, for all those guys saying Altseason's not going to happen, it's Bitcoin season, blah, 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 they're being proven wrong in real time. Okay, and I called the absolute top. Okay, you can go back on previous live streams, you can check. I called the absolute top on Bitcoin dominance at 66%. The absolute top. And it wasn't random, okay? It was at a fib level, a very key fib level. But we got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be a great stream. So smash the likes as you're tuning in. I'm going to get through all of the comments as well, but we're going to be taking a look at the overall market, seeing what's going on. But remember, we put the fibs on dominance from those highs all the way down to the lows. And the 66% level was a key level. It was a fib. And that is exactly where we rejected. And right now, we're actually falling below the golden pocket, which is very significant because golden pockets typically are major levels of support. Currently, we're falling below it on dominance. Next target, 56%. After that, targeting 52%. And then after that, we're targeting 47%. So get your questions in, get your comments in. How's it going? Missed the live streams. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since the live stream. I was on a vacation in the Caribbean with really bad Wi-Fi. So, unfortunately, I couldn't do any streams. But we're back in Dubai now, grinding. There's going to be regular streams back again. Regular streams, regular videos, regular VIP live streams as well. I just got off a mentor meeting, which, if you don't know, we do mentor meetings every few weeks. This particular meeting was on my research methodology. I went through an entire presentation on how I find gems, how I found all the genius calls that have pumped a ton. Went through all of that on the mentor meeting, and you can gain access to the full video if you sign up today. Okay, you can rewatch it back. Concerned about Say. Wyoming launched their stablecoin and Say was not included. Yeah, I'm not too concerned. Say looks fine. Out of all the coins, Say's metrics are great. So just because one state hasn't chosen it doesn't really concern me too much. Say looks fine, honestly. Say looks fine. I mean, it's literally just bounced off support. So as far as I'm concerned, it looks all good. So I was going to make a list. I was going to make a list of my high risk, high reward plays. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a bit of a list to note down of some degen plays, which I'm gonna be stacking. Okay, I currently am stacking them. So I'm gonna be giving you a few degen plays. You can make a note of them. I think these have some great multipliers on them. So the first degen play I would be stacking right now would be Mavia. Okay, we will talk about blue chips a little bit later on, but I want to talk about blue chips for now. I want to talk about low caps for now. Mavia consistently uses this level of support, obviously as support, this major level here. Major level. Every single time we come down here, we bounce. And Mavia literally just came down to this level. Now we're getting a bounce. The last time Mavia came down to this level and had a bounce, it literally pumped almost a 2x instantly. Okay, almost a 2x instantly. So I think Mavia is a good buy here. Another one which I think is a good buy would be Milli token. It's not on this exchange because it's so small. The other one I'd be buying would be Milli. All right, this one has a $3 million market cap, and it's the number one meme coin on Say. So if Say pumps a ton, Milli's gonna pump a ton. Very degen, but if you look at the overall chart, it looks fairly organic, to be honest. The overall chart looks decent. So that would be another one I'd be buying. So Mavia, Milli, and then also the new VIP meme alert. That one has just started pumping. And Crypto Goat is right. Your latest meme alert is printing. Absolutely. If you know the alert, don't name it. Okay? Don't name it. But yeah, it is pumping a ton. So that meme would be on the list. Another degen one, which isn't necessarily even small anymore, would be Troll. Troll's up 22% today, heading for all-time highs. And I called Troll way back, okay? Way back. Troll was at 0.012 when I called it. Did a 22x. 22x in a couple of weeks. No one's making those gains right now. So Troll is one which also, you know, it's pumped a lot, don't get me wrong, but it had a nice little retracement. And it's still a solid meme. I mean, you can't go wrong with Troll. It's literally the most memorable meme coin out there. It just sticks in your face and everyone can relate to it. Everyone knows it. You can see here, if we just throw some fibs on Troll, that it basically came down to the 0.5 level, found support there twice, and then a third time, and now we're bouncing. So really strong momentum on Troll. Like I've never seen a meme chart this bullish, like this bull run. Like Pepe did well, but Troll even looks better than Pepe. In all honesty, it looks like the next Pepe. This reminds me of like Shiba Inu. That's what this chart honestly reminds me of. It reminds me of Shiba Inu. Reminds me of Dogecoin last bull run. I'm not saying it's gonna do those types of gains. I mean, if it did, I'd have probably tens of millions of dollars from my Troll call. I don't think it will do that, but I think it's got the possibility of doing like a Brett or a Pepe type of run. Honestly, I think this thing could easily go into the billions, and it's looking so good. I mean, the chart on Troll is looking incredible. Anyway, let's get on to some blue chips as well. But in terms of low caps, Mavia's a buy, Troll's a buy, and Milli's a buy. But especially Mavia right now. Like, look how cheap this thing is. So cheap. And if you want to know somewhere where you can buy Mavia, completely non-KYC, so you're not giving the government all your information and all of that, you can buy it over on Blowfin, and you can also leverage trade it if you want. Really good exchange. I've gone scout in the market for the best exchanges. I came down to basically two. One was MEXC and one was Blowfin. And you can do more leverage on Blowfin, and it's non-KYC. So I think it beats MEXC, honestly. But yeah, I've started using it. There's a link down below if you wanna sign up to it. I think there's a big bonus that you can get. So check that link out down below. But yeah, this is the best exchange right now in the market. Like the user interface is really clean as well. And by the way, I'm going to be shorting the market when it comes time to do that. When it comes time to short, I am going to be opening up some massive shorts. Okay. Like, I mean, big shorts. When Bitcoin looks like it's topped out, and there's multiple indicators I look at for determining when Bitcoin's topped out. But when Bitcoin looks like it's topped out, I'll be doing some big shorts. Okay, when Bitcoin breaks below the Gaussian channel, that's one thing I'm looking at. When it breaks below the Gaussian channel on the weekly, that's one possible thing you could do when you short. Okay, a weekly close below this channel, terrible. Usually it's game over. You can see how many times you've actually used this channel as support and bounced. If we close below that, you can probably call it quits. You want to start shorting the market. But we'll probably get signs even earlier. Maybe when we break down below 109K, that would be potentially enough to call a bear market beginning because of how much structural damage it would do if we broke below 109K. But right now, things are looking fine. There's a lot of people freaking out about Bitcoin, actually. A lot of people freaking out. But honestly, we predicted this. We called this. I said, heading into August and September, we will go risk on. That means Bitcoin will lose its momentum and altcoins will gain momentum. And that is what we're seeing right now, by the way. Bitcoin dominance is down again, another 1% today. And a bunch of the alts are flying. Aerodrome's going crazy. So we've called this move perfectly. Whilst everyone's been expecting major moves to the upside on Bitcoin, I've been telling you, Bitcoin's done most of its bull run. Most of Bitcoin's bull run is over. If you want to make money in this market, you want to be looking at the altcoins. Or maybe looking at shorting Bitcoin soon. Not just yet, but the time is coming close. Okay, it's very, very close now to a time where we're going to be opening up some shorts on Bitcoin, and I'm going to be using Blowfin to do that. I'll be teaching you all how to do it in the VIP as well. People don't understand. We also have a genius trader in the VIP who will also be short in the market when it comes time to do that. An even better track record than me when it comes to trading. I'm more of a long-term investor, right? But he's more of a trader. So my target remains the same on Bitcoin. My target remains between 127 and 131. I don't know how many times I have to say this. That is my target right now. That is my target. Could we avoid it? Maybe. Maybe the top is in on Bitcoin. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I give it like a 20% chance or less, but it's always a possibility. But as of right now, I maintain my belief that Bitcoin will see between 127 and 131K, most likely in Q3. August is a Q3 month. September is a Q3 month. In either of these 2 months, I expect this to happen. It might happen later on in the year. It's possible. But it's not my base case, and that's what people need to realize. So where did Bitcoin actually find its support? It found its support at a really key level. A level which I said it would most likely find a bit of support. Now, it's not, it's not in the clear yet. We could just fall back down tonight, but it's looking a bit more positive now. We haven't quite hit it. I think we could come down actually a little bit more before it's over, just to really be a perfectionist and hit that. Just tag that kind of, is it 111.9 or 111.8, something like that? We could come down and just hit that, to the T. That way, everyone's bullish then, right? All the bears are happy because we've just hit support, and then we can get some liquidity coming in longs and stuff. Yeah, Aerodrome's been pumping crazy, man. What a call that was. What a cool arrow was. I mean, this thing, not many charts look better, to be honest. And you guys remember the chart I had on arrow, right? The double top up there. And then basically I said, whenever it comes into this kind of range here, there's a big red box. If you remember it, let me know in the comments. If you remember the big red box, let me know. But I had that big red box on arrow, and I said if it hits that, you want to be loading up like there's no tomorrow. And it sure did hit it, and it's pumped crazy since. So that's kind of what I'm really good at. I'm good at macro TA. I'm good at macro charting, like zooming out, seeing the bigger picture, blending in the fundamentals. My analyst Cryptex, he's really good at the short term, like the 15-minute, 4-hour, the daily. So we really have a great duo partnership together in the group. I have a whole team around me, you know. When you're on my level, you don't just rely on yourself. You delegate things. All the smartest people delegate things. You can be a genius. You can have a super high IQ, be a high achiever, be super productive. But if you have 3 to 5 other geniuses around you, you're elevated even more. Yeah, Sui was on Robinhood. That's really bullish actually for Sui. Not a great deal of coins are on Robinhood, so the fact Sui's on there, it's just the American buyers, you know, the stock market retail. I was talking actually to a taxi driver. I was in Miami a couple of days ago. And we were just talking about, he heard me, right? I was on a call. I was on a call with my VIP members on Discord. I was on a group chat, voice chat. And I was just talking about the markets, talking about Jerome Powell, how he's speaking on Friday, right? The Jackson Hole speech, and how that's going to basically give us the indication of what's next with the Fed. Next minute, the guy starts talking while I'm on the chat. Starts talking to me, and he's like, "Do you trade stocks and crypto?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we obviously were talking. He didn't know a great deal about crypto. Okay, didn't know much at all. He knew Bitcoin. He didn't even know what Ethereum was. I'm telling you, he didn't even know what Ethereum was. But he knew for some reason Dogecoin. He knew Dogecoin, and for some other reason, he knew Pepe. Didn't even know what Ethereum was. So those are the types of people, and look, he was a nice guy, right? But those are the types of people who are going to come into the market and pump our bags because they just don't understand everything. It'll take them a bull run or two, and then they'll understand stuff, and then they'll be profitable if they put the work in. But those are the types of people who are going to come in and they're going to pump our bags. People who don't know what Ethereum is, they just know Doge. And he uses Robinhood. He uses Robinhood to trade. And he's actually had a few decent trades. He told me that he got into some healthcare company which pumped. He's a stock guy. I told him, just go on Robinhood and you can find cryptos on there. You don't even need to download a new exchange. I said, you can do that, but if you just want to get started, just go on Robinhood and go on the crypto section because you already had it downloaded. The friction, the barrier of entry is lower. So he said, all right, I'll go on Robinhood. I'll take a look at a few coins and I'll buy a few. So that proves that a Robinhood listing is more bullish than people think. If you can get a coin listed on Robinhood, you're opening up to a whole new market of stock market traders, essentially, in the US. So it's bullish, the fact Sui's going on Robinhood, or it's on Robinhood. This is not buy time. I disagree. I think it's a great time to buy certain coins. I wouldn't be buying Aerodrome or Sui or coins I'm up a lot on, but I'd be buying low caps such as Mavia, such as Milli. I'd be buying some risk on coins for sure. Like, to me, this Mavia chart looks like it wants to make a run up. The amount of times it's used as support. So there's a bunch of micro caps which look ready to pump. I wouldn't be surprised if others. Look at others. Others is up more than total 3. Who is the guy, sorry, who said Bitcoin dominance is going to keep going up and we're not going to get an alt season? We're just going to get a Ethereum pump and then that's going to be it. You're not going to see an alt season anytime soon. Because right now, alts are drastically outperforming Bitcoin. Like, it's not even close. And by the way, Ethereum is an altcoin, for those who don't know. None of this Ethereum season hogwash, right? Ethereum was always an altcoin. Ethereum season and Altseason were always together. They never separated them into two distinct things. You had Bitcoin season, you had Altseason. Ethereum pumping is a sign of Altseason. It's not something that disproves it. It's the very contrary. It proves you're in an Altseason if Ethereum's pumping. Appreciate you. Thanks, buddy. No problem. If Bitcoin dominance goes down, does that mean Bitcoin price goes down also, or can Bitcoin price go up and dominance can go down? Yeah, good question. So let's just explain this really simply. Dominance is a measure of the percentage of the crypto market cap that Bitcoin makes up. That's all it is. If alts go up 10% and Bitcoin only goes up 2%, the alts are still outperforming Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin's still up. So even though Bitcoin's still up, dominance will still go down. Despite Bitcoin being up, that doesn't matter. It's about the rate Bitcoin is up in comparison to altcoins. So that's what it is. It's the market cap ratio of Bitcoin, the altcoin Bitcoin ratio. If there's an imbalance, then that obviously alters the BTC.D chart. This chart I understand better than anyone because I've called it so accurately. People can talk a whole load of nonsense about a chart, use a load of esoteric language and loads of jargon and all of this 50-minute video. But if you're not making the calls properly, if you're not calling the moves accurately, then it doesn't matter. You can say what you want, right? Anyone can go on a camera and say anything. I'm calling these moves. I said we'd reject here, and I also said we'd fall below the golden pocket, and that's what we're doing right now. And now I'm telling you, the next target is 56%. You can believe me, you can not believe me. I don't care. It's my opinion, and it's backed by data. But I am going to say this as well. The end is closer than people think. This little dip we just had on Bitcoin should be like a taste for what's to come. The tech stocks are getting to a stage of price action that is becoming unsustainable. The valuations are unsustainable. They're at dot-com bubble levels. I was looking at the Intel chart, and it's crazy, right? And Nvidia is even crazier. So the end is near. And when the end comes, it's just the beginning for us in terms of making money. Because I'm telling you, and I can look at you straight and say this, I've made more money on red days than on my most bullish green days trading. There's been days where I've shorted coins and made money that people make in a year. And that's not me trying to brag, okay? I'm trying to brag. I'm just telling you that's what's happened. And you can do it too. By shorting. Terra Luna, I shorted. Once I started seeing what was happening, it broke the trend. I shorted Terra Luna. FTT token, I shorted. Bitcoin, I've shorted during the FTX crash. Melania token, I shorted. Trump coin, not the new Trump coin, but the old one. Once Trump won the election, I gave it an hour or so, and then I shorted the coin because it was obvious it was going to dump, right? It was already priced in, the pump. And I made a lot of money shorting that. So my record on shorting coins is bulletproof. I've never lost. I maybe shorted coins 20 or 30 times, like on a big level. I've done it more than that, but on a big level, I don't think I've lost a single trade as far as I can remember. So I'm actually better at shorting. I'm better at predicting down markets than I am up markets. And that's why when it comes that time, you need to be ready. You need to be on the best exchange. You need to have funds in the account. And you need to know what you're doing, most importantly. Because leverage can be risky, right? I'm not recommending using high leverage. But if you were to do like a 2x leverage right now on Bitcoin, short, I'm not saying do that. I think Bitcoin will go up. But when the time comes, it'll be interesting to know what your liquidation price would be. So it will definitely be interesting to see. I've got no funds currently in this account I'm logged in on. But I'll be adding some funds and I'll be doing some demos for you guys on YouTube and in Discord. But we don't want to get too sidetracked, okay? We're in a bull run still, but maybe in a few weeks it will become short time. People need to be ready. And the link to my recommended exchange, super solid exchange, is the one that I've been using. The link is down below. Which exchanges do you use? I use Mexi and I use Blowfin. Recently, I've been using Blowfin a lot more. But currently, I've got no funds in this account I'm logged in on. I have like 2 different accounts. I have a demo and then I have a main one. My main one, I'm not logged in on. On my demo, I'm not logged. On my demo, I've got no money in it. So, yeah, the link's down below. Sign up to Blowfin and get trading rewards. You can sign up here. You get some rewards, some free money, I'm pretty sure. Also, another thing I wanted to let you guys know about, another free thing. It's all about freebies today. Free rewards. And you get a free call, okay? Book a call with my right-hand man, one of the most knowledgeable guys in the space. Book a call with him, links down below, and get your portfolio straight. It's free. You don't have to pay a penny. He'll get on a call with you, talk about your portfolio, talk about your exit strategy, maybe even talk a little bit about shorting in the bear market so you become familiar with that. All of that's down below. Check it out. But let's take a quick look at what's happening right now in the market. Bitcoin 114. I think it'll be good to talk a little bit as well about the Jerome Powell Jackson Hole speech that he's going to be doing, because this is essentially a mini FOMC that people need to be listening to. It's come at a good time. Yeah, Sayonara about to go crazy. Yeah, Blowfin's similar to Mexi, but I would say I actually prefer it. The user interface is nicer. You can use higher leverage if you want. And it's no KYC. So like you don't have to put in email. Like you do have to put an email in, but you don't have to put your passport in or any of that. So the government's not spying on you. You can just trade without, people knowing what you're doing. I mean, you should still disclose it, okay? You should still disclose it. I'm not saying avoid taxes. I'm not saying that. But yeah, you can use a VPN, and in the US, it's no KYC. But make sure you pay your taxes, guys. Make sure you pay your taxes. So, we have the Jackson Hole Fed thing where Powell's going to be speaking. Let's see some of these odds. I'm interested. So US recession odds 13%. Has that ticked up a little bit last week? That's barely changed. So recession odds are still super low. Rate cuts this year seems like 1 or 2 rate cuts are the most probable. 1, 2, or 3. So either of those is possible. I would most likely favor 1 or 2. I don't think we'll get 3 personally. 1 or 2 is my base case. It all depends on the data we get coming in, because the last PPI was bad and the last jobs market was bad. So we had a bad labor market and bad inflation, and we've got slowed growth, stagflation. We've got stagflation. So the Fed has to do something, surely. I mean, inflation's been above target for a while. It's going to stay above target. It's not going to go down, especially with the tariffs and all these things. It's going to remain above the 2% target. So are they going to, for the sake of inflation being a bit above 2%, are they going to just destroy the labor market, or are they going to actually cut and save a potential cliff fall of a labor market? My argument would be they can't save it. 25 basis points is not going to cut it. It's not enough. And that's what I argued over on X. If you're not following me on X, make sure you do so. Let me find this post I made. Yeah, so why does everyone believe rate cuts are so bullish for risk on markets like crypto? Rate cuts signify weakness in the labor market or stagnant growth. Right now, it's signifying both of those if we get a rate cut. Slowed growth. Growth is way slower than what it usually has been. And the labor market's starting to fall off a cliff. So that's what rate cuts signify. They never cut in strength. They always cut in weakness, not strength. So this is not a good sign, rather a bad sign, as the Fed are always too late, and it's just last-minute medicine for a dying market or patient. Okay, I came up with this analogy. Maybe there's another analogy out there, but it's like having a dying patient, as sad as it is, right? It's like having someone who is literally dying, and you're just putting a plaster over them, or a band-aid, whatever you call it. You know, it's not gonna save the person. They're dying. A little band-aid's not gonna be the solution. So that's really what it is from the Fed. It's not savable, I don't think, because they're always too late. They act once they see the weakness, and that alone means that they always catch it too late. They never do preemptive cuts. Yeah, in the bear market, I switched the buys to shorts. Exactly. Listen, we make money all year round, all decade round. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if we're in a bull run, a bear market, a side market. Doesn't matter. We just alter our strategy. So yeah, when the bear market comes, there's going to be a ton of short alerts. We're going to be making so much money on the way down. People aren't going to know what to do with the money. It's not going to be a situation where everyone's crying because things are going down. It's actually going to be the reverse. We'll be celebrating the market dumps. Yeah, I think Bitcoin will top out 130 plus or minus a little bit. Hopefully we can get a nice bounce here. Is Mavia a good buy now? I think so. It's looking good. It's got some short-term signals of an uptrend here brewing. How many times does it use this as support, right? Surely it can't just keep on doing that. Eventually we've got to break out. Can anyone who joined the VIP name the gem, please? No, just join the VIP. Look, the people in my VIP, they don't leak things. We have high quality individuals in the group. It's not like these other groups where everyone's just low quality, no alpha, low IQ, leaking things, snaking people out. That doesn't go on in my group. My group is a family. It's not one of these groups where people do that type of stuff. It just doesn't go on. No one cancels my group as well. That's the other thing. These other groups, they have like 80% cancellation rates. No one cancels with me. But yeah, we can't have these cheap people, you know, just trying to get the alerts. Just be happy with the free alpha that I give you, or join the group. Don't be trying to get the alerts and get information out of the group for free. Like, I appreciate the effort a little bit, but come on. Big day on Friday, absolutely. So the odds for September rate cut are currently at 73%. The best conversations about cryptos with taxi drivers, yeah. That's true. Seems like a lot of YouTubers called Arrow. Yeah, at the top. The other YouTubers called it at the top. I bought it at the bottom. That's the difference. You can say you called a coin, but if your average is at the top, that's still just breaking even now, whereas I'm up multiple X's on Arrow. Unless they brought their average down. Maybe some of them brought their average down, but I know a lot of YouTubers called Arrow, but they called it at the top. I wasn't buying it at the top. I was buying it at the lows. Now, Mavia, on the other hand, I was buying pretty high up, but I brought my average down. My average on Mavia now is like 20 cents, something like that. So I brought it down significantly. Do I have any videos on which low caps look promising now? I think I made a video on that, right? Recently. My favorite low caps currently would be Millie, Mavia, and Troll. I don't know about October. Everyone seems to think October's gotta be bullish. I'm not a big believer in seasonality really as a strategy. Like I don't purport this idea of basing your crypto strategy off seasonality. Like seasonality is very 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, the thing is as well, if May is red, everyone says, I told you so. Sell in May, go away. But then when it's green, they just forget about seasonality, you know? They just brush it to the side. It'll be the same with October. Everyone's saying October's going to be green. If October's red, all these guys will just forget about it, just pretend they never said it. So I don't know. I think August will still be bullish, honestly. I'm still optimistic about August for altcoins. In terms of dominance, it's looking great. And I think we'll probably, if August closes green, I think September will close red. However, I think the first half of September will probably be very, very bullish. As long as obviously on Friday, Jerome Powell doesn't spook the markets. As long as he comes in and basically indicates he's going to cut. That's what we need. Did I say tomorrow? I mean on Friday. Did I just say tomorrow or Friday? I don't know. It's late. I'm jet lagged as well. Do you think now is a good time to buy? It's a good time to buy certain altcoins. Not all of them, but certain altcoins, especially the low caps. Also, what do I think Render will do, and is Mavia dead? Mavia is not dead. They're still building. It's just very cheap. Price action's just been bad. But that's because risk on hasn't properly came to the market yet. Once it does, I think it'll pump a lot. The chart looks dead, but it's not. It's just an insane discount. And then Render's decent, but like I'm bullish on Render, but I think there's better options. Honestly, like my base case is a double top on Render. It's just come down so far now. My base case is a double top, in all honesty. Like it's gonna take a lot to get Render back up to $14, $13. We love your group. Thank you. Appreciate it. Best group in crypto, hands down. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made. Shouts out to Archie, Bren, Greek, and Dime. 100%, bro. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Everyone who joins says the same thing. Best decision I ever made, you know? Like, where else do people say that? Think about someone's life. They've lived 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. The best decision I ever made was joining the group. Like, think about all the decisions you made in life. The person you married, the job you took, the business you created, the house you bought. All those decisions, the best decision is joining the group. People always say that as well. It's not just you. People always say it. Because it's the reality. People have made more money in this group than they've made on anything else in their life. Thoughts on Epic, RWA, and AI? Thoughts on Epic, RWA, and AI? Are you asking me about the token or are you asking me about the two sectors? You mean Epic Chain? Binance, Crypto.com, decent. All-time chart looks a little bit shady, not going to lie. Down 95%. Also, this is one of the coins that in November 2021 didn't pump. Remember last bull run, we had that kind of double top on Bitcoin? This is what it did during the second rally. It did nothing. So I generally stay clear of old coins that topped out prematurely last bull run. But I'm not saying it's bad. It looks decent. I remember this one, but I remember it vaguely. Yeah, new buy alert's going to fly 100%. And we'll be getting some trade alerts in as well soon. I don't know if I'll post any longs because I just use spot to long. Like I'm macro bullish. So I just use spot when I'm longing. But once the time comes to short Bitcoin and short altcoins, I will be posting alerts in the Discord. And I'll be using the Blowfin exchange, which you can hit my link down below. Don't just sign up on a regular link because you won't get the bonuses. Use the bonus down below. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is dropping like a fly. Dominance is looking good. So, like I said, my target on dominance remains the next fib level. We take it level by level here. 56%. And then after that, we target 52 and then maybe 47 if we get that. But I don't know if that's going to happen in time. Hopefully I didn't miss a donation. I think I went through them all. Guys, smash the likes up on the stream, please. It helps out a ton. Of course he did. He is up 20x on Troll. Yeah, Troll did a 22x in a few weeks. Crazy gains. Crazy gains from the alert. Crypto Archie, when Ethereum goes up, do ERC20 tokens go up? Because you have to use Ethereum to buy ERC20 tokens. No, that's not how the relationship works. You don't have to. Yeah, the ERC20 tokens go up when you purchase those tokens. They don't just go up because Ethereum's going up. The money has to actually go into the tokens themselves, right? Like just because Ethereum's going up doesn't, in theory, mean, you know, the ERC20 tokens will go up. Money has to actually be put into those tokens themselves. But yes, Ethereum going up does generally mean Ethereum ecosystem coins will also go up. Because one, people look for beta plays. And two, it's probably because the Ethereum ecosystem's thriving. People are using the chain more. You know, and that's just what happens. It's a natural thing that happens when a layer one pumps is the smaller caps on the layer one also pump. And the most obvious play on Ethereum is Aerodrome. That's the base DEX. But as a mid cap, I would go for Morpho. By the way, this is very base orientated because I believe base is the #1 way of making Ethereum mainstream. So you've got Aerodrome as like the blue chip. Then I'd go Morpho as like the mid cap. Morpho is the mid cap one. Great buy on Morpho here at 2.17. Morpho is about to go crazy. So Morpho is the mid cap. This is a borrowing and lending protocol integrated within Coinbase. So they're already linked to Coinbase. So if you're on Coinbase and you want to borrow money, you go through Morpho. Has Archie just started? We started the stream 45 minutes ago. Yeah, you can also long. You don't need to just short, you know. I just prefer being in spot as my way of being bullish, and then I go into futures when I'm shorting usually. But I'm not opposed to longs. Like I do them from time to time. However, Morpho looking good. If Morpho breaks this kind of resistance it's got here, then we're going to bounce pretty hard. Great setup on Morpho. Let's just see, where did it come to in terms of the fibs? Right, it came straight down to that 0.5 level really nicely. This is such a beautiful chart. And it's such a good project as well. Like, it's a really undervalued project. Look at these, like, higher lows. Just beautiful. Higher lows. Just really nice chart, the way it does this. Is it possible we rally into Q4? It's possible. We could rally into Q4, right? But it's not my base case. That's what I keep repeating. It's possible. It's not like it's completely out of the ordinary. It's happened every bull run. But I'm just a little bit contrarian. I think we're going to have a very fast move up in the next few weeks. And I stand by that. If the market dynamics change, then I'm willing to adjust as well and change my thesis. But currently I'm sticking by it because it seems like it's coming into play. Like look at these charts here. Dominance down. Total up. Total 3 up even more than total. And others up more than all those charts. We're going risk on. Bitcoin 150 to 175. I have good sources. What are your sources? Trust me, bro. Toshi is in an uptrend. What's going on with OKB? Wow, gold candle. God candle on OKB. OKX coin. OKB burnt 65% of their supply, I think. Is that what it was? I don't follow centralized coins that often. My VPN's working. You're in the United Kingdom. I don't follow centralized coins too often. Like centralized exchange coins like OKB, Crowcoin. But you can get gains on them. Toshi's in an uptrend. Let's quickly check Toshi. Yeah, so just quickly. So Aerodrome blue chip ETH play. Morpho mid-cap ETH play. Mavia degen ETH play. Mavia's the degen one. If you want one to gamble on a little bit, go with Mavia. If you want a safe one, go with Varo. If you want a middle risk one, go with Morpho. All the M's, apart from Arrow being A. So only 2, actually. Toshi. Starting to move up nicely. Again, another kind of nice looking chart. This chart actually looks really nice. Is Q4 more likely to be the altcoin top? For some altcoins, maybe. For some altcoins, maybe, but I don't know about all altcoins. Like, it's possible Bitcoin tops out September. And then since we get the rate cut, and then maybe alts top out early October. You know, it's possible. Yeah, Mavi is a gaming coin on base. And it's backed by Crypto.com and Binance. Binance actually invested into Mavia. Matt Fury coins are scams. Yeah, there's a ton of bad actor influencers pump and dumping Matt Fury coins. That's what they're doing. Constantly, non-stop, pushing them, dumping them the next day. Mavia's gaming, yeah. Yeah, be careful with these Matt Fury influencers. They've got a different Matt Fury coin every day. None of them do well. Flappy, Draggy, loads of them. Matt Fury plays suck. Yeah, I agree. Matt Fury coins like Mindfact. I don't even know what that is. There's a different Matt Fury coin every day of the week. Just stick to real, unique low caps. Like Millie is a unique low cap. It's a meme coin on Say. It's the mascot of Say. It's unique. It's not just a carbon copy of something else. Mavia is unique. It's not just a carbon copy of something else. I mean, it is Clash of Clans, right? But I mean in crypto terms. So yeah, Bitcoin dominance falling off a cliff, which is bullish. Good for alts. Like, look at this. Look at this Bitcoin dominance chart. I mean, it's just constant dumping. Everyone keeps calling for it to go up, but it just keeps proving people wrong. And there was influencers out there telling you guys that dominance was going to go into the 70s and that you shouldn't be in altcoins. Anyway, guys, that wraps up the stream. Appreciate you all tuning in. Please do hit up the likes. Let's try and get 500 likes by tomorrow. That would be amazing if you could do that. Appreciate all of you being here. Yeah, let's see how many likes are on. Okay, we're on 109 likes. Let's try and get that up to the same amount of people watching the stream. 228 watching. Let's try and get the likes equivalent to that. Get yourselves on over to the VIP group if you want to see my real-time buy and sell alerts, my real-time trades, and long-term purchases. Get yourself on the mentor tier if you want to DM me privately, get my answers on any questions any time of the day, and join mentor meetings where you get in-depth presentations, in-depth tutoring regarding crypto, one-to-one coaching essentially. And if you actually want to call me one-to-one, go on the bundle. And then check out the links in the description. There's an ability to book a free call. Strongly recommend that. It's completely free of charge. with my closest representative. He'll go through your portfolio with you, get things right, get things in shape. I'm going to post a link actually for that in the chat currently, just so you guys can get on it and book it before those slots get booked up. Completely free of charge. And finally, sign up to Blowfin, get some trading rewards for free using my link also down below. I'm going to post that link as well into the chat. Appreciate all of you being here, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, the code ETH still applies to any of my memberships, my membership options. The code ETH still applies. Going to be getting rid of it pretty soon, though. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll